Hey guys, I know it's been 1 week since I never upload because I've been catching up with some important and unimportant stuff in my life. Now let's play some games. Oh.
Okay, you're still mad. When she is mad, it's a little bit like, it's a little bit intense, a little bit violent, man. It's telling someone you want to hit them with your car when you're just mad at them. Like, I get in disputes now and then, I'm not gonna lie, but like, I don't tell people that I'm gonna hit them with my car. That's a little bit, a little bit over the top. Hello, Jewel. I want to ask, what is your favorite color? Such a stupid
Road!
It has to be something logical and mature. Whatever, okay, then answer that equation. My favorite color is black. I thought that black was the combination of all colors, and white was the absence of all colors. So technically, black isn't really a color, it's just a bunch of colors combined. But if it is a color, it's a great one, because I wear black. Hey Dad, do you believe in ghosts? There is no such thing as ghosts. But our maid said there's ghosts. Pack your bags, meet me out in the car now! Why? We don't have a maid! Did the son just not know this? Did the son just not understand that they don't have a maid? Like, I'm pretty sure if a maid showed up out of nowhere at my house, I'd be like, huh, that's a little weird. I remember having a maid. I wouldn't just be like, oh, I guess my dad just must have, told someone to hire someone and not told me. Anyway, boys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys want to check out my videos, you can do so. The link that's in the description. If you want to follow me on any of my social medias, you can also do that. It's @NowSoepic on everything. Thank you to these people for
Tour my place.
Thank you guys so much for watching
Roblox
this video.
tour.
Drop a like on it and subscribe too because
Ah!
I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace, peace. Welcome back to the episode.
Keyboard and mouse always sometimes broken. Movement, not good. Screen time, on good. Oh my! No! Why does my movement sometimes not work? Move! Keyboard sucks. Bottom text. Let's go to this person's island. Let's pick up the copper ingot.
What's it like to have a pet goat? I done it. Sacrificed mine a while ago. If you went to Mars, declared war and then made peace, then you technically achieved world peace. You'd get the same result if you killed everyone. Wife, eat me babe. Gordon, no please. Wife, what the F are you doing? Gordon, salt, pepper, olive oil. Amazing. Rosemary. Looks like your mom sent you to the store to pick up an extra loaf of bread, and you picked up an extra chromosome by mistake.
Why must I lag? What the? Why this lag giving me brain? Wait, I think that I said that wrong. I meant, why this tag giving me lag?
I told you not to scream the N-word when we were driving down Grove Street. When you're praying for a long life, and you remember you gave them the wrong backpack. Plot twist. The backpack with notebooks and lunch.
Oh, what?
Your blood test came back. You have no blood.
Oh, why does this keyboard suck? What is Why am I glitching in berries?
It's a personal electronic nicotine.
What? What now? Why is the onion sucking up my internet?
Vocalizations are either let's have sex or F off. So technically, Your Honor, the probability is that my sheep consented. Holla. I watched my friend die tonight.
Hi.
He gave me his EpiPen. I think it's an honor he wanted me to have. He told me to stick it to him. Died admitting his homosexuality at least. Words ending in IE are so cute. Like cutie, sweetie, cookie, die. Cream pie. No ice, no stirrer, no glass. We are redefining how whiskey can be enjoyed. Introducing the Glenlivet Capsule Collection. Guys, I don't know how to tell you this. Teens have gonna put these in their butts. Teens, I'm 37. If a girl says,
Stop! Whoa! This keyboard is literally broken.
she caught feeling.
Let me move, bro!
Touching me there or I'll call.
Holy!
They don't deserve this. Damn, that baby is cool as hell. Just vibing.
Ooh, finally!
But where is that horse's pee? These giant leaf insects will sway your heart.
Ooh! Oh my god!
Yes, I just realized I accidentally made a big cum joke. So I painted
Very epic! Mmm!
out of the womb and into the Roses are red. I'm Groot. Honey, where's my super suit? Roses are red. I'm Groot. Officer, I'm innocent. Please don't shoot.
Heaven. Hold on, I will be right back, guys. I hate this keyboard. Me fingers gone to the next dimension.
Do you guys really have a problem with Jewish people? Don't call them people. A Jewish chick asked for my number today. I told her we use names now. If you give this to your plants, then why do you give this to your children? Plantkins right. If you fertilize your plants with cow crap, why don't you rub crap on your freaking kids? The beat dropped harder than my grandma down the stairs. This guy's had the best Halloween party costume. He was the fire. Jew costume LMAO. Gay lovers find out they are brothers. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So what? Not like there's a genetic reason to stop. The first film was called Spider-Man Homecoming, and we shot it thousands of miles away from my home. And this film is called Spider-Man Far From Home, and I shot it like 20 minutes from my parents' house. Third one is called No Homo, and I literally shot it inside my dad is a hole. Hedgehog's penis is like a belly button, and near the center of abdomen. That means this is. Does this mean Sonic sucks his only whenever he rolls? When you find out that there's people who hold hands before marriage. Disgusting. She's trying to hold the spiders in. Tank silencer. Yes, it exists. Ultimate freaking cum shot. Cyclists are the weirdest looking speed bumps I've ever seen. Becca and Spencer, not interested in dating. We are a married couple looking to see if anyone wants to come to church with us. We figure if you're on Tinder, you might need a little extra Jesus in your life. This is a real offer, come with us. Does the threesome happen after church? It's a foursome. Jesus is always there. Damn, now I wonder what causes morning wood. Jewish friend, be right back, need to go take a shower. Last. Damn, now I wonder, who's there?
Bread.
I wonder what causes morning wood. Jewish friend, be right back, need to go take a shower.
I'm about to
77 years ago.
Bruh.
What has made you stop at
Bruh.
mid-6? Body got cold. Wait, what? That just makes me harder. 2. Me pointing at penis. What's this for? Not many things. Me stirring coffee. Not. No. Did he use creamer? The creamiest.
Aye.
Is that a shower or a car wash? It's how you clean the bodies before you eat them. Like the video and subscribe right now, or have bad luck for next 5 years. Google versus B. Google. B.
Ah!
They ate the green one. Correction. They smoked the green one. How phones recharge.
Lynn!
How couples recharge. How I recharge. By blowing a cat. How quirky. You are offered $1 million if you
Oh my!
the entirety of the FBI force for 7 days. Where do you hide the keys? Probably the same place I put the bodies. That's worked well enough so far.
Ay, ay, ay! Why?
Too far.
Why must I lag?
When making a 6 tape, play Disney music in the background. That way, it gets leaked online. Disney attorneys will have them all taken down. But my mom always cries during Disney movies. Would make for an awkward hit.
That obvious curse. Oh, it's destroying my FPS. Wait, no. Wait, no. No. Ah! I meant ping.
Referees at Reddit. What do you do if you have to take a dump during a game? I ref Kid League football. I usually take a dump in my pants and shake it out a pad leg near a player. Then I throw a flag and freak out while pointing at a kid, blaming him. It gets the attention off me and ruins the rest of his childhood. A pig's organism lasts for 30 minutes. Your wife is a lucky lady. The orgasm and the sneeze are uncannily similar in build-up and ending. Except nobody says bless you after you orgasm. The priest does. My best friend passed away recently. Grieving before his grave, I said, bro, I really missed you. My wife has been pregnant for 8 months now. How about you reincarnate as my child? 1 month later, my wife gave birth to a big boy. As my child grew older each day, I realized he looks a lot like my best friend. I'm really happy that my prayer worked. He has put himself in your life, and in your wife. Man who donated his mother's body to an Arizona Center for Alzheimer's Research discovers it was sold onto the US military for $6,000, strapped to a chair and blown up in blast toast. How do you even discover such a thing? He's fine piece. And under no circumstance should you ever get a woman. Spank me, Kenny. No. I'm proud of you, son. He's not a woman anymore, so stand away. You can spray tan a baby. Totally legal. Any baby. Better imagine that. You pick up your kiddo from childcare and suddenly it looks 20 shades darker. Happened with me and my wife when our baby was born. Crazy how nature works. Alright, who's gonna tell him? The acting was so poor that I actually reabsorbed a load I had previously blown. Excuse me, what the F? You made me wait it. What was your proudest gaming moment? When I got into a GTA snipper at 12 years old. Nutella doesn't make strawberry jam. Send you so I know. It's a simple spell but quite unbreakable. I'm gonna make my daughter do this. Go to sleep alone. Wake up with the cat on the bed. You don't have a cat. Now you do have a cat. Ah yes, I always enjoy breakfast in bed. I beat anorexia. Anorexia is his wife. Google users review of Chernobyl plant. I can count on one hand the amount of times I've been here. It's 14. A former Power Ranger has been using his stuntman's review of Chernobyl plant. I can count on one hand the amount of times I've been here. It's 14. A former Power Ranger has been using his stuntman training to rob homes in Japan. You either die a hero, or live long enough to become a villain. Which Ranger? Black Ranger. Okay, weird breakfast cravings. Go. Beth. Would you punch your best friend for $1 billion? Girls, no, I love my bestie. Voice. For $1 billion, I would freaking rip off his foreskin. And you did it.
Cuma di Bayu, pakai 5.000 bisa topping Instagram 3 GB. Yuk pakai Bayu.
This bit confusing. Where the grass?
This is the best thing about bananas. You can peel this banana, and
Did,
it will still
did
be a
this
tasty banana.
did this
People are
did
pretty
this
similar.
dimwit
It's
manage
what's
to
on the inside
lick?
that counts.
Oh, what the?
Covered in tattoos. You can peel a person, and they will
Oh,
be a
what?
tasty person. Like the video and subscribe
Oh,
and watch my previous tank memes videos. Thanks.
ugh. Copper dying. Ah, copper be dropping. Copper be dropping from the other skies.
I rickrolled my teacher today.
Ah!
Cheat around with my friends. With the lyrics of Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up. He took the paper and just stood there for 15 seconds until he said, I'm going to show this to your parent. My dad would be proud of me. Not bad, kid. LMAOI talent.
Oh, what?
Before I begin, I want to make sure this mic is working. If your name is Michael, please stand up. Then a couple dudes stand up, and he goes. That concludes the mic check. One time, things off, and he sent me the send never talk to me again. I support people's choice to free race because it's a victimless crime. Until 80 owned a family van full of kids, killing the entire family. That's street crashing, which I'm very against. Last book that made you cry. University Physics with Modern Physics 14th edition by the young Roger A. Freeman. Roger Freeman. No doubt tears of joy. I've been monitoring what my ex watches on my Netflix account, so that the moment it looks like she's really getting into a show, I can change the password. Netflix is concerned about some of its users. Someone watched Shrek 357 times this year, according to Netflix. I mean, I'd be concerned too. A legend. Which is creepy. This animatronic Elvis I ripped the face off while disassembling it, or this selfie with me wearing its face. The fact that you thought of doing this at all. My neighbor just got an unsecured wireless printer, so I sent this to him. Hello, I'm your printer. I have become self-aware. Well, White's brewery in England told workers it was cutting 60 staff. My dad's mates worked as electricians there and shorted the lights in retaliation. White's brewery in England told workers it was cutting 60 staff. And this to him. Hello, I'm your printer. I have become self-aware. Well, White's brewery in England told workers it was cutting 60 staff. My dad's mates worked as electricians there and shorted the lights in retaliation. As a dad, what would you do if your daughter did this? I'll be frustrated at first, but then I would say let's go do Mama cartoon. I finally asked my grandpa why so many of his books were wrapped in duct tape. His response was, I tape the cover so it looks like the Bible, and I can read it during church. Pilot causes a stir by spelling it. I'm bored in his flight path. The recently qualified flight training and delayed pilot was testing out a single propeller plane's new engine at 9 a.m. on Tuesday when he decided to reveal his true feelings. What evil prank have you pulled off?
Collect. Collect.
I copied the picture 100 times and made her wallpaper a slideshow of the same picture over and over again. So the file would change but nothing would change visibly on the monitor. The pictures would change every 10 seconds. On one of the images I painted a tiny little curly moustache on her. So randomly for 10 seconds my niece would have a moustache. My mom thought she was either losing her mind or had a computer virus, and every time the moustache popped up, it was gone by the time she tried to show anyone. question. And I want 2 test knowledges. There is a country in South Africa. Its name starts with N and ends with yall. Anyone knows? Nigeria. Server picking Casper Bank. Bad language. Lol. Casper Bank. I was young and naive. I've seen this pic so many times. It's an honor to see the man himself. Our school has this stone tablet policy, which basically says that there is no excuse for turning in your assignments, and that you must turn them in even if you have to carve it into a stone tablet. So this kid carved his 8-page essay into $70 worth of limestone. And the award goes to Spirit Animals Don't Exist. In Australia, campers, gets drunk, fights cow. Damn, I hope your mom is okay. The 413-pound catfish that ate a freaking Nazi and lived until 2020. I put a link to this in my girlfriend's Valentine's card, and she's still annoyed at me. Catfish that ate a freaking Nazi and lived until 2020. I put a link to this in my girlfriend's Valentine's card, and she's still annoyed at me. To get revenge on a co-worker, I dried out a pack of Sharpies, and every time he leaves his out, I swap it for an identical big one. It's been a week and he's losing his mind. I wanna know what the freaker did to warrant such pure unadulterated evil genius. 2 of my friends have never met each other. Before they spoke, I told both of them that the other is a bit deaf. They shouted at each other for a few minutes before they realized that I'm an a-hole. The Windsor Guildhall was supported by stone columns, so that, like its predecessor, corn markets could be held in the covered area.
Oh, come on! Why? This mouse sucks! First, my keyboard doesn't do its work properly. Now my mouse doesn't want to move around properly.
My son just asked the toughest question that I've ever had to answer as a father. Can a lightsaber cut through Captain America's shield? Mark Hamill. In the Marvel Universe, no. In the Star Wars universe, Luke wouldn't fight a hero. But if asked to do so, he could cut it into a million little pieces. Chris Evans. Foolish. Now I have the Brainian Ninja Stars. I am a human. An AI. Seeking a human. An AI. Literally anyone who will ask me if I can burn. Hey Alexa, can you ask Amazon to improve working conditions? I saw my boy across the bar tell some girl he travels for work. That man delivers pizza. One time I accidentally deleted my little sister's Minecraft world. She had built her dream house, so I downloaded a mock Minecraft mansion off the internet, and I told her that I stayed up all night building her a new house and she believed me. Lil Sandy and 102 others followed you. Illusion 100. Ela kecemilan dan melezatkan semua masakan. Cocok untuk menemani kegiatanmu setiap hari. Keju yang manis.
It's time to grab.
Are fortune and giggles. Some have laxative, some have hot. Eat one, give it 30 minutes. You'll know which is which. I pick the whole box and see how a trip to IKEA would go. Told this guy I only date people 6 feet around, and he sent me this. I was tasked to reserve seats for 10 with kids to watch Jurassic Park. Life-changing. My grandfather smoked his whole life. I was about 10 years old when my mother said to him, if you ever want to see your grandchildren graduate, you have to stop immediately. Tears welled up in his eyes when he realized what exactly was at stake. He gave it up immediately. 3 years later he died of lung cancer. It was really sad and destroyed me. My mother said to me, don't ever smoke. Please don't put your family through what your grandfather put us through. I agree. At 28, I have never touched a cigarette. I must say, I feel a very slight sense of regret for never having done it, because this app gave me cancer anyway. I once photoshopped Waldo out of a Where's Waldo pic and sent it to my friends. A pig's orgasm lasts for 30 minutes. Your wife is a lucky lady. Today I was so bored. I saw an ant in my kitchen and I placed few sugar cubes in front of her. She had some and went to tell her friends. And I quickly hid the sugar cubes because I wanted them to think she is a liar. I ran through an entire country with her. She had some and went to tell her friends. And I quickly hid the sugar cubes because I wanted them to think she is a liar. I ran through an entire country with diarrhea. Can you hang this out, please? Are you fake? I meant to hang the shirt out, kid boy. Unbelievable. My mum has a photo of me in her wallet and not of my siblings. She said whenever she faces an obstacle, she looks at my photo and the problem disappears. I felt really touched till she said, she also tells herself, what other problem can be bigger than this one? People who understand Chinese or Japanese, what's the dumbest thing you've seen tattooed on someone? Guy had this on his arm. Said it meant lover of Asian beauty, when in fact it means foreign pervert. So my grandmother passed recently, and I got her will. My birth father was always a piece of crap, always stealing from his mother and ditching his kids whenever he could. I got to his part of the will and to my son Chad, I leave the sum of $1. Grammy had the last laugh. This is actually done for legal reasons. If Chad was excluded from the will entirely, he could make the case that he was supposed to be included but was forgotten, and get a big chunk of the estate. By explicitly giving him $1, it shows he wasn't forgotten, so he doesn't have a case. 2 days ago I named my Wi-Fi to Hack It If You Can. Yesterday it was changed to Challenge Accepted. Gordon Ramsay gets bitten on the nose by a puffin. Ramsay's barbecue puffin bread.
I'm gonna get some more slime.
Breast. Airline tells lady her luggage is 2 kilograms overweight limit. She proceeds to wear 2.5 kilograms worth of clothes. They all matched with the same girl on Tinder, so they decided to send her a group picture. I left a Google review of the store I'm a janitor at saying, it's very clean. So my 14-year-old son wants us to buy GTA 5 for his birthday and my wife has said no, due to some of the sexual scenes and areas of the game. To prove that any game can be sexualized, he has sodomized a sheep on Minecraft. If I wasn't Welsh, I would be concerned. Guy named Joe tells Elon that the Tesla autopilot chimes aren't allowed at waking up his baby. Tesla honors Joe's request and makes a new setting that lowers alert volume. Tesla names it Joe Mode. Why it's almost impossible to make a 7-10 split in bowling. That's what we sports. It isn't that hard. I hit those kinds of splits all the time. Someone told me to die, so I'm now immortal out of spite. Man named Nobody ran for mayor claiming nobody tells the truth. Nobody tells the truth. Nobody can fix the economy. Nobody cares about the poor. ElectNobody.com. One time I was late to practice and coach made me run laps. My dad was the coach and he drove me to practice. Can't spell manipulative without a man. Also can't spell woman without man. What's your point? Refer to us as ladies. We don't mind. Can't spell ladies without land. Try again. Public service announcement for men. Boxers are not shorts. You cannot wear them outside. Don't tell us what to wear. Teach the girls not to stare. We have a winner. Boy dresses as hot dog for school photo after parents dare him to do it. If you're a RN, I need your help. ASAP. I'm a real number. What's wrong? No, I'm talking about a registered nurse. I just convinced my mate that the inside of a cheese grater is in fact a sick new nightclub. Trivia says, where is it? Sure to checks. Shall we go? Yes, please. Imagine being on DMT in that gaff. Probably freak out. I reckon you'd have a great time. You can choose a superpower, but the first person to reply can choose a side effect. What superpower do you choose? The ability to reply to my own comment. Okay, but you have mind control. A man hurled racist slurs and a punch at a FedEx driver, then died after he was punched back. Damn, he sent him to God. Same day shipping. You get $100 every time you're rejected for anything. Dating money favors. What do you do to make money? Ask random people for $100. Either they'll give me $100 or they won't, meaning I'll get $100. Can you write a whole paragraph without the letter A? I wouldn't recommend it. Honestly, your sentences will just sound wrong. Everyone will notice you're doing something different. Your writing won't flow smoothly. You use weird words. It's not worth the effort involved in spending time online looking up tons of synonyms which don't feel right, just to produce weird stilted prose. You'd be better off giving up, to be honest. If you pay me $50, I'll show up to your funeral but stand really far away, holding a black umbrella regardless of the weather, so that people think you died with a dark and interesting secret. Oops, you just killed someone. What is the most creative way to hide the body? Ever since I was young, I always thought that if I had to hide a body, it would be smart to keep it somewhere temporary, then leave an anonymous tip to the police about it being buried in a certain place. They will then dig that place up, realize it's not there and move on. Then I bury the body in that place. The freshly dug soil won't be suspicious, and the police wouldn't look there because they already have. Are you sending my grandma pics of Johnny? No one. F you. Ask Jim Cummings, as Winnie Pooh voice, to call President of China. Satanists don't believe in a literal Satan. Then what do you call people who believe in a literal Satan? Christians. A building collapsed and this guy took a selfie under the wreckage to calm down his family.